What if I told you that the secret to transforming your life, gaining unstoppable confidence, and becoming irresistibly magnetic lies in something so small that most people overlook it? Imagine tapping into the very chemistry of your brain to rewire your emotions, your focus, and even how others respond to you. This is not hype. This is neuroscience. It is called the dopamine trick, and once you understand it, your life will never be the same again. Every successful person, every high performer, every magnetic leader, whether knowingly or not, leverages this powerful trick. The difference is, most people chase big wins thinking they need huge milestones to feel worthy or validated. But the truth is, small wins are the real game changers. These tiny victories ignite a cascade of brain chemicals that fuel motivation, strengthen focus, and most importantly, make you emotionally attractive. Yes, your biology can influence your charisma. In this video, we are diving into the science-backed step-by-step strategy to use your brain's natural reward system for personal growth and transformation. This is not about fake positivity or overnight miracles. This is about real, measurable progress. Backed by peer-reviewed research in neuroscience, psychology, and behavioral science, you are about to discover how the smallest daily wins can elevate your energy, unlock your potential, and make you magnetic to success, opportunity, and people. If you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure of your direction, you are not broken. You are simply not working with your brain's chemistry. But once you do, everything starts to change. Your habits shift. Your self-image upgrades. Your reality begins to reflect your efforts. And it all begins with one simple shift: learning how to trigger dopamine through intentional, consistent small wins. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will have a blueprint to build momentum, reclaim control, and start winning daily in a way that reshapes your entire identity. This is the dopamine trick, and it is time to master it. Let us begin with what dopamine truly is. Dopamine is often misunderstood as merely the pleasure chemical. In truth, dopamine is more accurately described as the motivation molecule. It is a neurotransmitter, a type of chemical messenger in your brain that drives goal-oriented behavior. When dopamine is released, you feel energized, focused, and ready to take action. This is your brain saying, "This is good. Do more of this." Every time you accomplish something, even something seemingly insignificant, dopamine is released. But the magnitude of the task does not always determine the strength of the dopamine response. What matters most is the perceived success and forward motion. Your brain is deeply wired to reward progress. This means that tiny wins, when acknowledged properly, can create a powerful loop of motivation and drive. Imagine your life as a ladder. Most people wait for giant leaps, hoping one day to land 10 rungs higher. But the real progress comes from climbing one step at a time. Each step, each small win, is a trigger for dopamine. And over time, this consistent upward motion changes how you think, how you feel, and how others perceive you. You begin to radiate purpose, clarity, and confidence. That is what makes you magnetic. It is also crucial to understand that your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly evaluates what actions will likely result in rewards. When you consistently experience small wins, your brain begins to predict success, and this makes you more likely to take action again. It is a self-reinforcing cycle. And that cycle is the heart of the dopamine trick. This strategy does not require radical change. It requires strategic action. When you learn how to break your goals into small, achievable steps and celebrate each one, you trigger your brain's reward system. This is not just feel-good advice. This is a neuroscience-backed method to rebuild confidence, elevate performance, and transform your life from the inside out. Your brain thrives on completion, but massive goals can overwhelm your neural circuits, triggering anxiety instead of motivation. Break your larger goals into micro goals, clear, achievable steps you can complete in a day or even an hour. This gives your brain frequent feedback that progress is happening. It releases dopamine more often, making you feel accomplished and engaged. When you set micro goals, you turn abstract dreams into tangible actions. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to get fit," a micro goal might be, "Do 20 push-ups today." That is measurable. It is doable. And when you complete it, your brain rewards you. Over time, these micro goals add up to massive transformation. This approach also helps bypass procrastination. The brain resists tasks that seem too big. But when the goal is small and specific, there is less mental resistance. You begin to associate action with success, which builds momentum. This momentum shifts your identity from someone who hesitates to someone who achieves. Studies from Stanford and Harvard have shown that task completion, even on small levels, increases dopamine levels and activates areas of the brain associated with pleasure and motivation. It is not just about doing more. It is about doing smarter, activating your brain's chemistry to work in your favor. Make a list of micro goals every morning. Keep it simple. Track your progress. And most importantly, celebrate each small win. This ritual conditions your brain to love action. Over time, your habits evolve, your results compound, and your presence becomes magnetic. Tracking is more than just logging. It is a powerful method to reinforce the neural pathways associated with reward and accomplishment. When you visually track your progress, on paper, in a journal, or a digital app, you strengthen the link between effort and success. This boosts dopamine, increases self-awareness, and creates emotional resilience. Daily tracking keeps your wins visible. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you are achieving. This psychological shift increases gratitude and motivation. When you celebrate progress, even if it seems small, you teach your brain that effort leads to reward. And this makes you more likely to repeat the behavior. Think of athletes. They track their workouts, measure their improvement, and celebrate milestones. Why? Because it works. Neuroscience supports this. The act of reflecting on wins triggers the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for making and self-control. This builds long-term discipline and focus. Take time each evening to reflect on 3 wins, no matter how minor. Write them down, say them aloud, anchor them emotionally. This practice rewires your mindset from scarcity to abundance. And the more you recognize your own growth, the more confident and charismatic you become. People are drawn to those who celebrate life. Your energy shifts when you honor progress. You smile more. You speak with conviction. You radiate inner strength. That is what makes you magnetic. And it all starts with daily tracking and celebration. Your environment shapes your behavior. The more visible your goals and cues are, the easier it becomes to take action. This is called cue-based motivation, and it is a proven neurological trigger for habit formation. Visual cues like sticky notes, checklists, or digital reminders prompt your brain to initiate action. When these cues are connected to a dopamine-triggering behavior, you begin to automate success. This is where habit stacking becomes powerful. Habit stacking means linking a new behavior with an existing habit. For example, after brushing your teeth in the morning, you do 5 minutes of journaling. This creates a predictable routine and reinforces the dopamine loop. The human brain loves patterns. It craves routine. When you stack small, dopamine-releasing actions on top of existing behaviors, you build neural efficiency. The habit becomes automatic, and each repetition strengthens the identity of being a high-performing, focused individual. James Clear, in his research on atomic habits, notes that small adjustments in your environment can lead to major behavioral shifts. When your goals are visible, your success path becomes visible too, and that visibility feeds motivation. Design your environment for victory. Post your goals where you can see them. Set your workspace to support action. Use alarms or sounds to prompt daily wins. These are not trivial tricks. They are brain-based strategies to help you win consistently. Dopamine is not just released when you achieve a goal. It spikes in anticipation of a reward. This is a critical insight. The simple act of looking forward to a win, of expecting success, can trigger motivation. Use this to your advantage. Each morning, visualize your goals and anticipate how good it will feel to complete them. Mentally rehearse the joy of progress. This primes your brain's reward system and increases the likelihood of action. Neuroscientific research from the University of Michigan shows that anticipation activates dopamine circuits even before action begins. You can also build anticipation by scheduling small rewards after a task. For example, after completing your work session, enjoy a favorite tea, a short walk, or a song you love. This creates a reward system your brain begins to crave. The more you pair effort with pleasure, the more addictive progress becomes. Create countdowns for your goals. Use visual reminders to build excitement. Talk about your goals with people who uplift you. When you immerse your mind in the future you are creating, your brain treats that future as real. This is not fantasy. This is neural priming, and it works. Fuel your motivation with anticipation. Build excitement for each step. This emotional energy becomes visible to others. You light up, you glow. You become the kind of person people want to be around. That is magnetic energy. Feedback is essential for growth. Not only external feedback, but internal reflection. When you review your actions and learn from them, you create a feedback loop that increases self-efficacy. Your brain registers, if I did this, I can improve, I can grow. That belief releases dopamine and fuels long-term motivation. Weekly reflection is a powerful tool. Ask yourself what worked this week. What small wins did I achieve? What can I improve? This activates your brain's executive functions, enhances learning, and builds emotional intelligence. Over time, this practice creates mental clarity and resilience. Even more powerful is engaging with a community or accountability partner. Sharing your wins and goals creates social validation. And social rewards, recognition, encouragement, support also release dopamine. You feel seen, you feel valued, you feel motivated. Surround yourself with people who support growth. Share your progress. Celebrate their wins too. This builds an upward spiral of positivity and achievement. As your brain begins to associate effort with connection and reward, your drive multiplies. People feel drawn to those who reflect, grow, and uplift others. Your presence becomes a source of inspiration. And that is the true essence of being magnetic, not just looking successful, but living in a way that elevates others through your energy, clarity, and momentum. You have more power than you think. Every time you rise from bed and decide to face your goals, even if you do not feel ready, you are choosing growth over comfort. That choice rewires your brain. That choice changes your story. You are not defined by how far you have to go. You are defined by your willingness to begin. Your brain is not your enemy. It is your most powerful ally. When you stop waiting for motivation and start creating it through action, your brain rewards you. It fuels your fire. It sharpens your focus. And do this. The small wins are not small. They are everything. There is a version of you that is already magnetic, already powerful, already rising. That version emerges every time you take one step forward, every time you celebrate a win, every time you show up with integrity and intention. That version is built in the quiet moments, the early mornings, the tough decisions, the consistent effort. Your path does not need to look like anyone else's. Comparison steals joy. But when you honor your journey, one small win at a time, you begin to radiate authenticity. People feel that, they sense your groundedness. And that is what makes you compelling, trustworthy, and magnetic. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for permission. The dopamine trick is already within you. It is already working. Every small action matters. Every win counts. And every time you choose progress over perfection, you become unstoppable. Keep going. Your future is responding to your effort. Now is your time. Start where you are. Look at your life and identify one small win you can create today. It does not need to be big. It just needs to be real. Make your bed. Send that email. Write one paragraph. Move your body for 5 minutes. Then celebrate it. Let your brain know this matters. If this message resonates with you, then take it seriously. Build your micro goals. Track your progress. Celebrate every step. Use the dopamine trick as a daily ritual, not just a concept. This is how real transformation begins. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Join our community in the comments. Let us know your first small win. Speak it out loud. Declare your intention. When you share, you strengthen the neural pathway of belief and commitment. Subscribe for more neuroscience-based strategies that empower your growth, clarity, and momentum. We are building a movement, one small win at a time, and you belong here. The dopamine trick is not a shortcut. It is a superpower. You have it. Now use it, because when you win small, you win big. And when you win big, you inspire the world. Let us rise one step, one win, one day at a time.